Good evening, everybody. Oh, I'm sorry, I did this wrong.
It's okay.
It's supposed to be, yeah. So actually, what I meant to say was, welcome to the adventures of Lonzie and Rocky.
Yeah.
Where we do this.
Victorian carriage ride in the ring vertical line. 57 minutes. 58 seconds. ASMR virtual horse ride vertical line. August vertical line. Nature vertical line. 2 hours. 7 seconds. Relaxing horses have sounds. 2 hours.
Yes.
Headphones.
We also do this.
1 hour.
Oopsie.
YouTube. Video player. Heading.
Yeah. We can also say, welcome to the adventures of Lonzie and Rocky, where we do this.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, today is Kyle's birthday, you guys. He's 18. Oh my god. That is awesome. So, I had gotten a message about what we're gonna do when our special needs kids turn 18. Like, what's the plan? And honestly, the plan is to do what we can to make sure they're happy. And all that. We didn't record yesterday. I was just tired. I got home late from work and I was just ugh. One thing I can tell you, I was tired. I got home late. I was just tired.
Yeah, we know how it is when she gets.
Oh, turd. We just had dinner.
Yep.
Clearing away dinner plates and stuff like that.
Yep, we cleared my throat.
Kermit,
Kermit's in my throat.
stop broadcasting.
Yeah.
Make sure this is recording, baby, because I don't want to have to go back and do it again.
Oh, okay. Hold on. We are. Good.
Okay, so make sure. Whoa. Okay, that's not a good way to set that. Let me put that.
Oh.
There.
We are.
That's better. Okay, good.
Yeah, we are. So,
I need to stock us up some water, honey, because we don't have enough water in the fridge. Luckily, with the VJs, we got some water.
Yeah,
With
we
the
are.
Hy-Vee and all that. Got water, so.
Yeah. So we can. We're recording me while I do this.
Okay. You are not?
That's the adventures of Lonzie and Rocky. Yeah,
Ow! Shit! First it hit my eye tonight, now it just hit my head.
oh man.
It was not nice.
What did I tell you last time? What did I tell you?
There we go.
That's not.
Put some water in the fridge for us, honey, because we don't have enough water in the fridge. So I'm putting some in here. But, about Kyle's birthday, we are definitely going to show us celebrating his birthday because that's important.
It is. It's also important to stock the fridge.
Yes, it is. Especially as much as we drink water, yeah. Especially Richard. God, Rich is bad about that. He drinks a lot of water.
Gotta have.
Another thing, too, I want to explain about virtual reality. Some people say they don't understand it, so I'm going to try to explain it.
Why don't I try to?
Go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
And then you can critique my explanation if you want. So
Of course.
imagine a world. So
Shit.
here's my version of this in a nutshell. Have you ever? Let's say you're a blind person, or maybe you have a hearing problem like I do.
Yeah.
You want to hear again. You want to see. You want to drive. You want to be able to.
You want to be more than just a kid on.
Friends can do. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe you've miscarried and can't have kids. Virtual
Like me.
reality is where you create a world. You create the world that you want. You create the world.
Like virtually, I can drive. I can have kids. Virtually, I'm pregnant right now, which I'll do very soon, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, virtually you can do all the things that you cannot do in actuality. I mean, virtually,
That's right.
we're married.
Yeah.
Although in actuality, we've known each other for 10 years,
We're not.
and we've never
Yep.
met. But
Precisely.
there's more on that in a moment.
Right.
There's a message we came to discuss with you tonight, among other
Yep.
things. And we'll get to that because we have general conversations as well.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes it's virtual reality, but sometimes it's general. We're gonna have a general portion. I've already done that tonight. Is there anything else I can help?
Babe, can you have Kyle come in here and help me unload this stuff?
Yeah, hold on. Let me help you. Oh,
Thank you.
yeah. Oh. Yeah,
Here we go.
there
This is the job Kyle usually does, but he's probably in the rag room.
Oh,
Shit.
running out of
Get
room
your little-
here.
There.
Get
Get your little beehive in there.
Get your rear.
Kyle, chores, buddy.
Yeah, there you go.
Everybody chores.
Everybody.
Got chores to do.
There you go. Yep, all hands on. All hands.
But that's basically how it works. Is we create a world of our own because, like that song says, "A million dreams." It talks about we can live in a world we design. Well, we do in a sense. Because virtually, I'm a mom of several kids. I drive. I have a husband. You know, we have our own group home business that we run and own, and
Yeah.
we have. You know, I work in the office in the corporation part of it, and I handle a lot of the income, bills and stuff that come in for the group home. Who am I out of breath?
Oh yeah, we have a.
So, you know-
Yeah, Rocky's out of breath.
Wait. Yeah, well, I am
Oh, yeah,
8.5
there
months
you go.
pregnant. Look.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much what it is. While we let the old lady catch her breath.
Oh, lady! Oh, you old man, you!
Oh, by the
Oh
way,
my god.
check out Nick and Awesome Family Gaming. Not to be confused
Definitely.
with Nick and Awesome Family Gaming. As I
Yeah. And check out Chantel Kadimi. Check her out. She's really awesome. She's got a couple videos.
Yep.
The Blind Coffee Man, which
Also-
needs to update his videos.
Yes, I still need to do a video. I'm very much aware of that. Yeah, and no E. That's it. No E. Well, I could escape that one.
Check out Kitten's Musings. She is awesome. I've known her for
Oh,
about
yes, she is.
18 years. We're still the
Known her
best of
for-
friends always will be.
I've known her for almost 23. This August will be
Yep,
23.
you have, my love. You have, my love.
I've known Rocky for now just a little over 10 years now.
That's right.
And they're
You know, God gave us a second chance.
Yeah. And
And we were
and
told
so-
we'd never get it.
yeah. So we come.
Haley. Next woman. Small chat. Hi. Hello?
Hello, Haley. Okay.
Anyway,
So
yeah.
I guess here's what I've come to say to you all tonight. Rocky said some things, but I've come to I come to say
Messenger.
everything.
Now. Check
So
Check. Small.
I wanted to say here tonight, like Rocky said, God gave
Messenger.
us
Now. Haley.
a second
Doc. Home.
chance.
9 new items.
Sorry, guys.
Great
Double tap to
messenger.
open.
So basically, here's what I've come to say tonight. You know, and if Rocky wants to, if we want, well, this might be emotional.
Messenger.
We
Now.
are.
Burks. Small
What
chat.
the heck are you?
What, Messenger?
Double tap to open.
So.
Messenger.
Ah.
Now. Burks. Small chat.
Shut
App
up,
switching to
Messenger.
items.
Don't make me mute you, messenger, swear.
So here's what I've come to say. Yesterday, we celebrated 2 months of our second try. Now,
Yep.
Now this is going to be an actuality conversation. This is going to be what we call the general side of things. And this could, well, Rocky will probably be a little bit stronger than I am, but this could get emotional. This could get emotional. So, in the event that it does, I'm going to forewarn you to, basically have a box of Kleenexes handy, because this could get emotional. I mean, it makes me tear up every time I talk about this. And I know it sometimes makes Rocky tear up as well. So,
yes, it does.
So, I want to first, basically, what I've come to say tonight is, as Rocky said, we got a second chance. We've known each other for 10 years. She carried a crush on me for 5 years before I even knew that she had one. You know that. We've revealed our story. Some of you may know that, but there are always new subscribers, so let me, while I do that, I'll give you the bare bones version of this. Basically, Rocky and I met over the phone in 2013, courtesy of Kitten's Musings, or Casey, a mutual friend of ours. And, we had talked, but we weren't very close until we ended up on a chat system for the blind, Livewire, or Deadwire. But, and we found each other in 2017. And I'll tell you, at first I always thought she was a good friend.
There we go. I
There
just
you
my
go.
microphone name. Sorry.
Oh man, yeah, I thought in the beginning she was a good friend. But Rocky, as Rocky herself would tell you, she was a shy person back then.
Yeah.
So there were certain things there were certain things that I didn't see. And there's a video, and I forget what it was titled now, but we talked about our story with demonstrations of Rocky's character.
Yeah.
So let me explain. For those of you who didn't see it. Hold on. So, basically, I'm going to tell you a little bit of a secret that Rocky already knows. One of the things that drew me to her was this laugh that you sometimes hear her do. Yeah. Oh, gee, you have trouble starting your engine there?
No.
You were taking... Oh, okay. Do I...
Messenger.
Will you shut up, Messenger?
For God's sake! Shut up, phone. Sorry,
I'm about to
guys.
say, I know it all. I know what I'll do. So, I'll demonstrate my point. With this. Yeah, I'll do this.
No.
Oh, goodness. Please
just
don't
fucking-
die. please don't die in the stream. I don't want to have to upload a video saying you died. But this is that's the full
A good example of that was when the lid fell off the reservoir.
There was that. Yeah, when the lid fell off the reservoir. Yes, that's what we call the alien laugh. She has many different laughs for many different things.
I do.
That which you just heard, this is what we got as our friendship actually grew. About 4 years in, she gave us that. One day, we were on Livewire, and they have our Deadwire. They have game rooms where
I got shit wire.
you can. Oh, let's eat. No eat.
Gotcha.
Eat. No eat. Yeah. This is going to be a story. I'm gonna try to tell this story without. I'm gonna try to do this without. Shut up,
Would you
Messenger.
seriously not do that? Sorry.
Gentlemen.
So
98%
I'll
battery
say
power.
this.
Charging. Status. FaceTime.
So basically,
Double tap to open.
and I tell this part of the story in its entirety because this is the funniest thing ever. So Rocky embodies the puppy. And, you know, it's her and Casey and I. We're in a room. We're in a game room one day. And she's practicing her growling. And I remember I said, I didn't know you could do that. So what does she do? She turns around and she laughs. But it wasn't like the laugh that you hear today. It was more like a shy version of that. Well, no, that was when we met.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like message 41, which you heard us play here before. Yeah. So then, another day, we're in a room. Casey's not with us, and Rocky lets out this laugh. It wasn't the one that she let out before. It was the full. It was sort of like what you heard. What the heck is that?
Virtually cooking some stuff for Easter this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Lisa's Littles. Lonzie Wednesday. And Team Wild.
Shut up.
I'm about to say, what the heck? It wasn't even a can opener.
And just getting pies ready for,
Oh yeah.
Because we do have a lot of family coming in for Easter. Because your family's coming, mine's coming, Rich's is coming. I mean, everybody's coming.
Everybody's showing up. Yeah, I was about to say. I just heard a thing behind me. Like, what the heck? It wasn't even a can opener.
What the heck? I didn't check.
Oh, what the heck? I didn't check. So, we're in the room. We're in the room, and Rocky lets out this laugh, which you just heard a demonstration of. And I said, she kept doing that. She kept laughing like that.
Ooh, I kept doing
tripped
that.
Me. So she kept laughing.
By the way, it's just
like
us
that.
tonight in the video because we're in our area where it's quiet. Because that way we're not. Yeah.
Yeah. And I loved that laugh so much. So I kind of, I'm not gonna say I threatened her. It wasn't really a threat because I didn't.
No, it was a challenge.
I said, if you do that laugh one more time, I'm going to make a
I'm gonna make a game tag
out
out of it.
So she goes away because she's very sneaky. Now, Deadwire or Crapwire, they had a thing. They had a thing back then called Crapwire Plus, where you had many different perks. Yeah, you had many different perks to that. For example, one of the things you could do is, while you were in a game room or a conference room, you could press a button and go check your messages or send a message to somebody. So, I guess, Rocky and I were both Plus members.
Yep.
So she goes away. I don't hear her anymore. No one hears her anymore in the room. So it's like, okay, where did she go?
I told Justin, hold on a second. And so I do.
Yeah, you didn't even say that. You just van. Oh, okay. I'm like, where did she go? What is she up to? So a minute or so goes by, and I get, in my ear, I get an alert that I got a new message from Rocky. I'm like, okay, what is this? So I go out there and I play the message, and she's laughing. She lets out this happy, it's like this happy thing. It's like the evil laughter that you hear on TV. You hear villains do it, but it's a happier, version of it.
Yeah.
So, but now, she has a crush on me. I don't know. I ended up, I ended up with So I ended up with someone else. We're in 2018 now, and
yep.
So I ended up with this person for a while. Didn't work out. Had a very bad breakup. I actually left Crapwire as a result of that breakup.
Yep.
And so, basically, Rocky went and was looking for me, couldn't find me, heard through the grapevine that I had left, got mad, started crying. Or at least this is what she tells me. I wasn't actually
my mom can tell you that too, because she knows what I did.
So, about 2 days later, I get a call from her. I get because I turned my house phone off. I put it on Do Not Disturb. So she got through on my iPhone. And, I picked up. The first thing I noticed is she was calling me. The second thing I noticed once I picked up the phone was she was calling me all by herself. And I'm sitting here thinking, because we never talked without Casey, so I'm thinking to myself, okay, is there something wrong with Casey? She doesn't call me. And I'll be honest, and I even told Rocky this. I didn't say it in the story that we told, and you can go back and find it. I told her, I said, you're the last person I expected to hear from.
Exactly.
And she was the last person I expected to hear from. But then
surprise,
again,
surprise, the box of pizza, isn't it?
yeah, I was, but I tell you this, I was really, really devastated. I was sad. I didn't, some of you might know me. You know that I'm a fun-loving guy. I joke, I laugh, I cut up.
But when he's down, he's down. And that day he was not cracking no jokes at all. And I knew, I was like, "Hun, what's wrong?" You know, because I always call everybody Hun, because I'm from the South. We Southerners, you know, we call somebody Hun. I'm like, "Hun, what's wrong? Talk to me. What happened?" And he goes, "Well..."
So I told her about the breakup, yeah.
And he told me the story. And I felt really bad because I should have been there. I didn't know about it because no one told me anything. And I felt really bad because, you know, I'm like thinking to myself, how could anyone do what they did to him? Because he's so special. I told Mom, I said, how could anyone do that to him? He's really precious.
And
As
then,
if I wasn't,
I'll tell
if I was
you.
with someone and we had just split, like me and the guy had just split.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you that night. You know, that's when I found out that. That's
Yeah.
When I,
Don't know yet.
I
Sorry.
found out that. That's when she told me, among other things, she remembered the day we met. I couldn't even remember that day. And I remember now. She told me that. She also told me, and these were the two big moments of that phone call for me. She told me that she'd had a crush on me for a long time.
Yep.
I don't know if it was, since the day we met or how long it was.
It was.
She told me she had a crush on me, but she never said anything because she didn't want me to think that she was crazy, which I wouldn't have
I didn't want
thought.
him to think that I was just hitting on him to hit on him. I wanted him to know that I was serious and that I was not going to do what those other assholes did to him. Excuse my French, guys.
Well, I took 3 years of it in high school. I've heard worse.
And I didn't want him to think that I was going to be like them. I wanted him to know the real side of me. And then we got together in October of 2020, babe?
2020, yeah.
Yeah. And I was with another guy named Kyle. Well, you guys already know that story, but, you know, I never thought I'd have a second chance.
Well, here's the deal. Well, let me correct you on something.
Because we did talk about this in our story, too, baby.
We did talk about that, yes. However, there are new, I haven't seen any, but there are new subscribers every day. And, there are some people that are too lazy to go back through the history and look through everything that we've posted. That's why I pretty much go over it for those who are just joining us today who, weren't
Basically,
with
I
us.
was with a guy named Kyle, and he wasn't treating me right. He had some issues that I was having trouble dealing with.
Yeah.
Like we have a son named Kyle. I like the name Kyle because my nephew's name is Kyle, and we call him Kylie. So that's why our son got his name. Not from that beep!
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. But I'll tell you something else. I want to tell you something else. I mean, this is what I remember from that story. So, you know that basically Rocky and I went, years without talking to. So in 2019, she gave me that call, but I didn't really hear from her much after that. I heard from her again a couple months. I
felt sort of like, if I told you
later.
Yeah. I mean, I felt like I didn't want to flog you.
No. Because I remember I'd said to you, if you will help me through the recovery process, I'll give you a chance if you help me through the recovery process.
I was also having a lot of phone issues, baby, because the phone I had, you guys know about how those flip phones are.
It was the flip phone.
And those things are shittier than shit.
This is this is the type of phone where you don't really understand your synthesizer. And if I said it's a Lonzie, you think I said
it would say Alexa.
Hey lady.
So, yeah, I don't want to go into all that, no. But I will say that, when I was with the church named Kyle, he had some issues. He wasn't really a man. He was basically a very small boy. He was a man, but, he seemed younger than what he was.
It's sort of like, like this. Mentally, chronologically, he's a certain age. Mentally, we don't know how old he is. It's sort of like he's in a...
Mentally, he's about 3. Mentally, he's about 3 years old.
He's a grown man in a little kid's body. Or a little kid in a grown man's body. I guess that'd be more...
Right. I mean, he couldn't even tell you he couldn't even tell you how to pay his bills. He couldn't even tell you how to, what doctors, he couldn't tell you how to make a doctor appointment. He couldn't tell you how to make change. None of those things he could tell you. And it's not his fault, of course, but it got between us because his mom would say, well, Kyle's very mannerly and he's very smart.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Kermit, quit broadcasting.
I will say this. I will say this. This is always my favorite. This is my favorite part to tell of this story. So,
Oh God.
Basically, for a week in August, I want to say August 2020. Yeah, August 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, August 2020. I see a series of Facebook posts from her. Now, at the time, she didn't have an iPhone like she does now. She had the flip phone.
Nope.
And so I believe it was Kitten who did a lot of the writing for Rocky. So so she would write the statuses that you sometimes saw on Facebook. Oh, Rocky's tongue.
That hurts.
So there was a week of posts. She was in Nashville visiting this guy. Now the first thing I saw was basically there was a dispute between some people were saying that she liked this guy Patrick, and I
wouldn't date Patrick if his head fell off.
So she was doing that. So I saw So I saw that. That was the first thing I saw. Then she started talking about the aforementioned Kyle. About how he had a great laugh and everything else, and basically, as the days went on, I heard about, I'd see how he took her out in his truck, and they went and had a nice steak dinner. Yeah, they went and had a nice steak dinner and had ice cream.
Yeah, we did.
They did all manner of things. So,
went to see the Christmas lights.
Oh yeah. So
which I'd never done.
That August, I'd see those posts, but I never really said anything until one night. I'm scrolling through my Facebook and I see she's written a post about how she felt like she forgot something. And, she was laying in bed and she almost wanted to cry because she didn't think that she had done her job. She felt like she'd forgotten something.
Mm-hmm.
And now normally I tried to stay aloof from her. But one of Lonzie's biggest weaknesses, and I'm going to tell you this about myself. One of my biggest weaknesses is women crying, especially women that I care about.
Yep.
It breaks me when a woman that I care about cries. And, she's writing that she's in bed and she wants to cry because she feels she forgot something. And,
mm-hmm.
and that compelled me to say something. I said, hey, it happens to the best of us, whatever. It's fine. And
Yeah.
I was compelled to say something. But, in the meantime, in between times, we did speak in 2019. We spoke when, I remember we spoke before Christmas, and we spoke 2 times after Christmas.
Hold on, I gotta change devices, babe. Hold on.
Okay.
Keep talking, I'll be right back. I'm gonna change devices.
Alright.
App Store. Tap to open.
So we had a prayer because the kitten was going in for foot surgery. And but up until that August, I didn't, she would post on Facebook, and, I never said anything. Again, I never said anything until she had the posts like she was laying in bed crying. So,
there we go.
There is that. So, what happens is, what happens with this, after that, her trail kind of ran cold again, at least for a month and a half or so.
Yeah.
So then, in October,
what are
I
you doing,
remember
babe?
this, I'm turning you up.
Ooh.
And before you even think about it, I'm going to say, eat, no eat. I know where you're going before you get there. Eat, no eat. Don't do it. Eat, no eat.
Got him.
So we go to October 2020. While I can't gloss over this because this is pretty much where things really heat up for her and I.
Yeah.
Well, I hadn't heard from Rocky in a couple months, right? I told you about the Facebook posts in August. After that, she didn't say much. In October, she calls me out of the blue. No. In actuality, I have a hearing loss. I've told you that. I cannot hear my caller ID anymore. I have a talking caller ID, one of those old Radio Shack ones that run on the 9-volt battery.
Even the Glasgow ones, those are loud.
Yeah, I can't hear this one anymore. So basically, it's like unscreened phone calls if I don't have my hearing aids in. Meaning, I don't know who you are until I pick up. So, you could be a telemarketer. And I thought, it's probably just a telemarketer.
Mm-hmm.
So I pick up the phone. It's like, I'd say it's about 3:30 in the afternoon, 3:15, 3:30. It's October 15th, 2020.
Yep.
And I pick up the phone, I'm like, hello? You're like, hey! I'm like, hey!
Record was like, hi, puppy!
I was still trying to figure out what's going on. She says, it's Rocky, how are you? I'm like, I'm fine. How are you? And we talked. She expressed to me she was mad at the person from whom I had broken up with that had sent me into sadness, so to speak. But while I was on the phone with her, I was so happy to hear from her because she was so busy. I didn't get a chance to hear from her very much.
I was working at that time a lot, so I didn't know. Wasn't home much. I was working more than anything.
Well, yeah. I didn't even, I glossed over the fact, though, she dedicated a song to me before we even went out, and I thank her
Yep.
for that.
You belong to be with Taylor Swift.
Yeah, so I'm ready. As I'm on the phone with her, I'm telling her how happy I am to hear from her because she's been so busy working and I don't get a chance to hear from her. And I'm asking if I'm going to have to pencil in an appointment for 6 months to hear from her again.
Laugh.
So, what ends up happening, and I'll tell you this right now. I was ready to, because I saw the post about her and Kyle. So I sat here and I was ready to congratulate them. I think I said something.
No, we're not together. It's platonic,
It's like, how are you guys doing? Congratulations on you. Oh no, that didn't work out. Like, didn't work out. It did not work out. So, she started telling me the stuff about him, and I understood. We danced around, what she'd said about liking me and everything else. Nothing really happened because it was a haircut day for me. It was a Thursday, I remember that. So we go, I go back and so that next week I find out that somebody that I knew from the chat line world had died. A friend of mine, because I see this stuff on Facebook, but I have a friend of mine that doesn't have Facebook. And basically what happened was I found out, but I assumed that he had been told.
Which one passed?
Her name was Diamond. She was Diana.
Yeah, I knew her. I knew her, yeah.
She passed away in 2020. She was, I guess, I didn't even know she was sick. But,
me either.
But apparently she had passed, and I figured everyone would have known. So I made the mistake of saying to somebody that I saw it on Facebook. Somebody who I assumed knew apparently didn't, I should have been the one to tell them, but I didn't. They got mad at me, which I don't blame them for. And I don't, another thing you'll know about me, I don't like it when people are mad at me.
Me either, I hate that.
So I picked up the phone and started dialing. And for whatever reason, I ended up calling Rocky. I don't know why I called Rocky, but I called Rocky. And I had her pretty much sit with me for a while. And again,
I know who you're talking about, too.
Yeah, and again, we danced around our feelings for each other. And she did a little bit more of the laugh.
Which ultimately attracted him to me.
So eventually she had to run to the store. So I'm like, well,
unfortunately.
You say... So it's like, well, you saved me from having to do this today. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then eventually,
I appreciate it.
Eventually,
so
we
next week,
start talking, and
yeah, the next week after that, on the 29th of October. Well, I think she called me earlier that day to, I guess, to check on me. But it was haircut day. So I went and I said, I'll call you back, whatever. She said, I got a conference thing at 9. So I said, okay.
Yeah, that's when the conference lines were big back then.
So I was like, I'll try to call you before then. We go out, get my hair cut, come back, have dinner, and I call her. And by now, I'm kind of nervous because it's like, eventually something has to be done. So I nervously asked her out. And
I'm like, yeah. I was like, yes. I didn't even hesitate.
It was beautiful. Eventually people came in, and there was someone that came in, and there was drama.
Yeah.
Things kind of spiraled out of control.
Yeah.
Eventually, after about a year and 2 days and 22 hours, we finally, it became too much, and I bowed out and stepped aside.
The hardest part for me was that he didn't tell me what was wrong, and he wouldn't talk to me about it. And that was the hardest part for me, because I'm the type of person, if you got a problem, you need to tell me. Don't just sit there and close your mouth. Because if I feel like there's a problem, I'm going to feel like you're not being honest.
Yeah, I mean...
And I tried to confer that with him, and he got mad. He goes, well, I guess I'm not being honest. Quick!
No. I don't think you
That's like the way you said it too, babe.
I ended up blocking her, much to my shame. I ended up blocking her.
And I wanted to murderize him and fry him on a stick.
So one day, I'll tell you what actually happened. So, someone called me. It was revealed to a mutual friend of ours that we had split. And he went to somebody who, he knew I was close with, and basically told them, hey, Rocky's his biggest supporter, blah, blah, blah. Because I blocked her. So it was I did this for about a month.
Which was the most hell I have ever been through.
I blocked her from my phone. I blocked her for, basically it was just my phone. The only other channel I had for her was through Facebook. And I did not block her on Facebook. I did not do that. And in a word, now that I look back at it, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad. Bless you! Bless you! Bless you!
Thank you.
Have a tissue. Bless you. Help! I'm
Thank you.
No, please don't hurt me. So I didn't block her on Facebook. I mean, she would post things, but I never really read them. But I never blocked her on Facebook. So after a conversation with somebody, I said, okay. And one night I unblocked her. I put up her Team Talk servers that I had hosted for her. I put them back.
The one we're on right now.
Yeah, we're on one of them right now.
Yep.
So what happens is, she, in 2021, we broke up in 2021, in November. So in December, I celebrated my 34th birthday. And she messaged me on Messenger, and she said, hey, happy birthday, blah, blah, blah. And she seemed kind of...
And one thing I remember saying was, I still love you.
Yeah, so I told her, and I actually did tell her, I said, you can call if you want, you aren't blocked. And she called, and I could hear, I detected tears in her voice.
It's true, it was.
Like, she was crying. I was like, what's the matter? I should have said that.
I'll never forget, that was the hardest call I have ever made.
Like, what's the matter?
I remember you go, Puppy, what's wrong? Are you okay? I'm like, I am now.
Yeah. So, yeah,
that was the hardest situation because, you know, Bellatrix was the one that caused all these issues, and, you know, she really made a boo-boo.
Oh, well,
I mean, she made it where he was scared to still be with me because she told him that was bad for his health, that was abusive, that was going to kill him, that she's seen people like that kill people like him. I'm not going to say I'm not a strong person because I'm dominant. I'm dominant. I try not to be because I want to be more submissive. And I am submissive when it comes to him because of the fact that, well, you do that when you love someone that much.
It was, that breakup was very bad, especially knowing, I mean, I know now, I wasn't there to experience it firsthand, but I know what she went through. Things were bad.
I wouldn't eat. I couldn't sleep.
She went into a very dark place. So much so
I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to do nothing.
If people hadn't intervened, she wouldn't be sitting here with us right now.
Nope, I wouldn't.
She told me that, you know, a lot like, well,
yep.
She didn't tell me that, but, you know, Nick, who you might see on some of these shows, told me that.
Yep.
So,
because Nick was there for me for 3 hours that night while I bawled my brains out. Because I called him, I was like, he's like, Puppy, what's wrong? Are you okay? I'm like, no. Lonzie and I broke up. He's like, what? Hell no, what happened? So I told him, and he's like, here, I'll give you a big hug. He goes, I'm so sorry, sweetie. He started crying because he felt bad because he knew how hard this was for me. He goes, I'll stay with you. And he stayed with me. And he kept checking on me for the next few days especially. And he's like, honey, you gotta eat, Bubby. You gotta eat, Bubby.
Yeah, he
always called me Bubby.
Well.
He's like, you gotta eat, Bubby.
And I thank him. I thank him for that. She ended up...
I mean, he's the one that got us back together because he told Lonzie, the best match you ever had was when you had Rocky because she loved you so much.
Well, that's pretty much what he said. What happens is that I was gonna say, in the course of time, Rocky ended up with another guy, a guy that we both knew, and they ended up together. I guess they went out twice, and both times he broke up with her.
He couldn't commit to me.
He couldn't commit
to
anything.
But he knows I did not love him like I love Lonzie. I couldn't.
But
and he knew it.
He even said, I'm not him. So...
He said, I know you still love him. And he said, I want to tell you something, Rocky. He said, I love you too. But I'm not in love with you. And you're not in love with me. He said, go get him, sissy. Go get him. And when I was told that he was single, I was like, yes!
Because I had ended up with somebody in March. In July, we also broke up. So we were both...
that flopped quickly.
So, in September of 2022, I remember this day exactly. It was September 24th. The Cup Series was scheduled to be in Texas at the Texas Motor Speedway. Yeah, shout out to you, YouTuber. Shout out to you, YouTuber.
My phone talks, so it tells me.
I remember this day. It was September 24th. The Cup Series, the NASCAR Cup Series, and most of my memories are surrounded by NASCAR events. They were in Texas that weekend. It was playoffs.
Oh, that's right.
it was a playoff race. The NASCAR season was just about over. Prior to that race, they had on Saturday, which was when the 24th of 2022 was. So that night, they had a feature at the Martinsville Speedway, which is, several miles up the road from where I am. A couple of hours away, actually. And the one we called Bellatrix and I, we watched that race together. It was the last race we ever watched together. So basically the race ended. I had to have dinner during that race, but it ended, and we just milled around and we talked until I got a call from Nick. When I was on the server, I told him I would call him back. I left the server and I called him back. And he called and he told me some things that he had done. And somehow we got to talking about, certain things. And he says, I wish you and Rocky would have met in person because you guys were a great match for each other.
That's right.
Now, this was surprising coming from him because
he was one of the people who said, he thought that I was hogging Lonzie, and I don't want to keep you too long, my love, because I want you to talk about him too.
Yeah, I was always, I had heard complaints. He had complained about, me never really being around, things like that. So to have him say, you two were a good match for each other.
When I heard that, I cried like a baby. Remember that, baby?
Yeah, I remember that, yeah. I think I was
like,
the
oh
one
my God.
I think I was the one called and said and told that.
You did, and I called him. And I'll never forget, I called him, I said, Nick, vote. I said, thank you, Bubba. I said, you don't realize what you just did. But I said, you have had me to realize a lot of things. And I said, you taught me so much, bro. And I said, I cannot thank you enough. And he messaged me back, he said, puppy, he said, no worries, bud. You're welcome. And we're still friends, don't worry about it.
Because I remember I'd said to him, he'd said it to me about a week or two later, I said, now did you really mean that we were a good match, or were you just being nice? He said, no, I actually meant that. And I remember I said to him, well, why don't you call her and find out if she would want to go? Because I didn't know if
and my answer was yes.
Maybe found somebody else. And again, I said, eat. I told Nick, because Nick never made the call. But I remember I called Rocky and I said, I guess this would be the $1 million question. Now,
if I asked you, would you go out? I said yes.
So it took a while. It took, some other women, another fallout with Bellatrix.
Oh God, that poisonous toxin.
Complete with two other. Complete with two other people that showed interest.
God.
And so, the second one, I guess, was really hard for Rock.
Oh yeah, that one was hell.
The first one was hard, but the second one was harder because what she did was she said, basically, Rocky, like she said, Rocky's a Southerner, and this person is interested in me. Basically,
I'll say who it is. I ain't afraid to say it. Michelle.
Yeah, she counted. I kid you not. She counted every pet name that Rocky used, to get my attention.
That to me is someone who's narcissistic. I'm sorry, but that girl is narcissistic.
She called you this amount of time. She called you that amount of time.
God.
So what we did, even though it wasn't really official yet, is a message was put forth that we were dating, and it wasn't.
Yeah. Oh, that was hell.
It was.
It felt like someone took a gun and shot me in the heart, too, man. It really did.
But although, we weren't really dating, basically that was put there because she had counted, the lady had counted how many pet names Rocky used.
It still wasn't logical, though. I mean,
that was essentially put there so that Rocky would stop. That's pretty much what it was. Like, if we tell her, if we announce that we're going out, Rocky will stop. She won't call you these things anymore.
Yeah.
So she resorted to calling me bro. Hey, bro, how you doing, bro?
Yeah.
And
she didn't like that either. She goes, "Why do you call him bro?"
Yeah, it was hard. So finally,
I would love to smack her directly right in the mouth. Oops.
So one day, so we're in a messenger call. It's Nick and I and a couple friends of ours. And it gets revealed that this other person wants to date me. Now, she and other people in our group have had problems before. And a lot of people didn't take kindly to our interests. And so I found out, I listened to what was said. And Rocky wasn't in a messenger call. It was a Facebook messenger call. And I remember I hung up and I called her. And I said, we'll get this taken care of. We'll get this taken care of.
I should get something.
So then Rocky's on the phone with me and she says, after this is all over, can we be together forever? And she was actually,
I was crying.
She cried. I like to figure out, I was trying to figure out, maybe you could explain if you remember. I was trying to figure out why you were crying. But yeah, she was crying. She broke down on me.
Yeah.
Hey, so, no, I was going to have you explain why. If you remember.
Why I was crying?
Yes, yeah, baby. I was...
Because I didn't ever think I'd have a second chance with you, babe. I never thought that God would give me that second chance because I didn't feel that I deserved anything. But, when I told my mom, I said, I love him. I want him back in my life. I want him to know that I love him. I want him to know that he's special to me. And she said, baby, and the words of Sylvia, don't stand in line behind nobody. She said, you tell him how you feel. And that's when that came out.
And she did. And she's like, can we be together? Can we be together forever? I remember I said, yeah, if that's what you want, then sure.
I said, I do. That's what I want. I'll never forget that. As long as I live, I'll never forget that. And he said, okay, babe. He said, we'll try it again.
Okay. So we did. So we ended up, taking care of that other woman. She left. Word on the street is she got rid of Teen Talk for good.
Good job.
We won't be seeing her again. And
I saw her choose on my ex's server.
So we ended up here. This is where we are. we are now
Yeah.
2 months and 1 day into
Yep.
our second try.
Our new journey.
And so tonight I've come to tell you a new beginning, yeah. And so tonight I tell you the story to say that second chances are hard to come by. But when you get one,
That they are.
take it. Snatch it.
Yep.
And just hold on to it.
And hold it
for
close
all
to
that
you.
it's worth. And hold it close.
See, I didn't think I would get a second chance. But I prayed from the night he broke up with me, even though it hurt the way he did it. I still prayed that God would bring him back. And he did, you guys. God gave this man back to me, and that was the best thing. The best gift in my life I could ever ask for was God giving him back to me. And I'm not gonna lie, I know sometimes I sound kind of grouchy, and I don't mean to, my love. I promise you that I don't. I love you, baby, with all my heart, soul, and everything else there is in me.
I feel the same way. I get grouchy too. I said you
But
know
baby,
what?
you know what? I love you no matter what. I don't care if you get grouchy. You're still my love forever. Damn it, you know, the day I found you was the best day of my life. I always will be.
So virtually I'm hugging her. Because this
Yeah.
is audio, you can't see it. I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, that's right. You can do that if you want. Because I'll tell you. There's a part of the story which you said, you know, that the part where can we be together forever and all that. That's
Yeah.
the part you'll never forget as long as you live. There's a part of this
No.
that I'll never forget as long as I live. There's that too. But I called her. I think it was either the 4th of July or it was for her birthday. So she decided, because her, you know, I went up to her and her ex's server when she was with the guy. And you know, I've got that deep voice that I do. So while I was up there one day, he asked if that I please not do that. So I think it was either the 4th of July or it was her birthday. I called, and
Yeah.
she was laughing about something.
Collapse video button.
And that particular laugh came out.
ASMR video player.
Oh, now I'm trying to fix it. There we go.
Yeah, that particular laugh came out. And I started, naturally when she does that, I started squealing. First it was...
And I said, oh, it
you know,
still works.
It was a light... Well, first, here's how I would describe it. It started out as a light laugh. But again, I started squealing. So she's like, oh, it does work. Well, in that case, I'll do this. And it turned into like a hard, heavy laugh. She was like, she put everything into. She snorted and everything else. I'm like, wow. Either you really missed me, or I'm not sure. There was a message in that somewhere.
I miss my husband going in the back.
So in January we said, okay, let's do this.
Yep, we
Here
did.
we are. 2 months.
Best thing we ever did, my love. Yep.
It is. It is. I realized I couldn't. I can't let her go. I saw then that I couldn't really.
Nope,
let
but
her
I
go.
could never let you
no,
go.
I had no I wasn't, and if it hadn't been for Nick saying what he said, I probably wouldn't have pursued.
But you did, and that was the best thing you ever did, my love.
I did. I did pursue.
And-
He said it, and I said, you know, at first I said, I'll make a call. I'll make a few calls and find. I'll make a call and find out. Like,
Yeah.
you know, does she want this? I'm like, you know, I told him, I said, I'll make a call and I'll find out.
And I said the $1 million question is, hell yes.
Yeah, that was $1 million answer.
Yeah, that's right. The $1 million answer was hell yes.
But I say
Because
this,
the
I
kids,
told
you know,
him-
they missed him, and it was hard for me
Yeah.
because, like, you know, especially Kylie would come, Mommy, where's Daddy? I want to see my daddy. And that was so hard, guys. Especially when it first started happening. You know, Richard would say, Mommy, where's Daddy? You know, Daniel especially never got over it and was very upset with me for a while because of it.
He's a daddy.
But now he's got his
I'll
daddy
also
back and
do
he's
this.
happy.
Yeah, I'll do that. I actually told a mutual friend of ours about, you know, the situation that was going on and how we were talking again. And he said, you know, he's a mutual friend of ours. You know, our
Yeah, he's
friend
great,
Jeremy.
guy.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
Shout out to you,
Jeremy.
bro.
And
Woo! I took
said-
that too high.
he basically said, if you get her back, spoil her, like I do
Yeah.
my wife.
And he has
I
done
told-
that because
Yeah.
he's taught me how to play a great game that we both love and enjoy. He has taught me to, you know, we both got wolf coats now. I made him a wolf coat and he was really happy. I surprised him too. I got him real good. I'll tell you what I done, guys. So I knew I was
Yeah,
going to
you
do
did.
this. So my friend Nathan, who's became a friend of mine and night manager, his girlfriend said he had some wolf coats. I'm like, you know, stuff for wolf coats. I'm like, So I messaged him. I'm like, hey, you know, how much you want for those wolf hides? And he told me. So I got him. I made his coat, and I sent it to him. He's like, what did you do? What did you do? What the? I'm like, yeah. He's like, Puppy, aww.
Oh, I mean, I will say this. I'm gonna, you know, you said, you know, love me. I love you with all of my heart too. Now I am gonna say this. In keeping with, you know, what Jeremy said, and again, shout out to you. You know, how he said,
Yep.
spoil her like I do my wife. I would say, and I've said to you before, in actuality, I don't really know how. I don't really know how to do that. I'll do what I can.
But you do that with your love, my love. That to me is important. You do that with your love. When you tell me you love me every day like this, you say, I love you, puppy. Or when you say good morning to me like this morning, guys, this is so sweet. He sent me a message, good morning, my love, I love you. You know, when I was out with my mom because she had a phone. So he sent me one of these, says, good morning, my love, I love you. That to me is spoiling me.
Yeah.
Sure, gifts are nice,
Yeah,
but when you consider the value of what he says, that to me is incredibly important.
Well, yeah, I
do that.
yeah, I was like, I don't know how, but I'm gonna do my best. We still, you know, we still haven't met. Yeah, we haven't actually met in person.
But it will happen. We just gotta figure out how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta figure out how to do it. Oh, phew, that was close. Eat! No, eat!
I got work. I think I have to work tomorrow. I don't know for sure if I do or not because, if I do, I have to go to 7 o'clock in the morning. Ugh.
Oh, goodness. You're not
I ate some of it, not all of it though.
But I
didn't say I was starving. I said I was hungry.
but again,
I didn't say I was starving though.
we've told you all that to say this. Very, very rarely in life do you ever get a second chance on anything?
Yep.
But especially with love.
Exactly.
But if that chance does come, then take it.
Grab
Where
it.
the old saying goes, if you love someone, let them go. If they return to you, they're yours.
They're
If
yours
they
forever.
don't,
Yep.
they never were.
That's right.
And so I guess we've returned. We've returned.
And it was the
So
best thing that
here-
could have ever happened because, like, you know, he's good with our kids. He's all about adoption too. There's
Yeah.
something I was going to tell you about that too, baby. Jewel has a Bulgarian little boy that needs adoption, and nobody wants him. The other caseworkers can't deal with him. The other foster people don't want him. And you know as well as I know, I could never say no because it's just me, but I always check with you first.
Oh yeah.
Look how cute he is, honey. He's adorable.
That's what we would say. Grab it and hold on to it for dear life. That's
Hold
what
it
I'm
close to
saying.
your heart and thank God every day for it, because I'm going to tell you something. When I go to bed every night, I always praise God that I have my love in my life. When I get up in the morning, I always say, Lord, thank you for giving me another day with my husband. We are going to get have a commitment ceremony here on Team Talk. We are going to try to record it for you guys because I know a lot of people are asking for that, which is good. I appreciate that you guys want to see it. That to me makes me feel good that you guys want to see something like that happen for us.
I want to. Yeah, I want. Yeah, I'd still love to see us meet in person. I'd love to see.
Me too, my love.
I want to. I want to actually hug her. I want to actually.
I want to hold
actually
him
want
and I
to
want to
hear-
hug him.
I want to hear the puppy laugh. All its forms. The psycho one, the alien one. Yeah, the alien
Yep.
one is what you get in instances when, say, the reservoir top fell off.
That was funny that day. I laughed my ass off. I mean, it was so funny. It's like,
Were we able to sew it back on for you? Yeah, I'm hitting buttons and hopes that it will show up.
But look at this, babe. Look at this little boy. He's so cute, honey. Look at him.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah.
He's cute.
That tickles.
His name's
her
Kevin.
alien
Or, I
laugh.
mean, Evan. Excuse me. Evan. Look at him.
Oh,
He's cute.
It is. And it tickled her virtually for an alien laugh. Apparently, I like that so much, I kid you not, I have a text tone of it now.
Yeah, he does.
I kid
He
you
has a
not, I have
ringtone of it,
text
too.
tone. Yeah, I actually still need to test that. I still need to test that. Yeah, eat, no eat. I love her. I want, like I said, I want to hear that. And I've had her described to me.
Yes.
But I want that in person. However, I will
want
tell
that
you.
too, my love. I want to hold you on my arms. I want to tell you I love you forever. I want to actually kiss you.
I'm gonna tell you. I mean, and then the in-person meeting, in-person thing, I look forward to, but I also dread. I look forward to the fun that we have.
But I hate the fact of saying goodbye to anybody.
I
Yeah,
had the goodbye. I hate the goodbye part.
me too.
Because, and then you end up crying, and it's like, it's like we're
Your
gonna.
whole body feels
you know,
sad.
even though you hear, even though, people try to console you with, oh, you'll see each other again really soon.
It still hurts because you're leaving your soulmate, your wife, or your husband behind, and that's really hard. It's like being a soldier in Iraq, sort of, because you're leaving the one you love most behind, and that's hell. That's hard.
I mean, especially if there is distance. I'll tell you, usually there's been, in some cases there may be a visit, maybe two, and then everything just crashes and burns. Something goes.
I want more than that, and it's like we were talking about this too. I want to, I'm trying to look for that number for low cost airlines because I want to go down there. I want to be with my husband. I want to hold him tight, and I want to confess my love in front of him. That's what I want.
Well, yeah. You can, then you'll get to meet my family as well.
Yeah,
So,
and I would love that.
That would be nice, and I'd like, I wouldn't mind having her here. It's like, it's been...
I'd love that.
Because it's like, it's been 10 years, and we haven't met. But I'd like to see...
Like that song says, I want to wake up every morning to your sweet face.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to see how she is in person. I want her to hug me and do the puppy alien laugh. Yeah, just like she did when the reservoir top fell off.
Oh, that was funny. That was funny.
That's actually... I actually clipped that alien laugh from the...
Yes, he did.
From that video.
And he went into a cart.
And I did that. I clipped that. That was in stereo, and I did that. There's also I guess there's another recording that she and a friend did a long time ago that has the alien laugh in it, and sometimes I play that at night before going to bed.
Yeah. You do, my love, but I love that you... it's so funny. I'll tease him about being obsessed with it, but I'm just joking with him because I like that he's obsessed with it because at least I know that he still loves me just as much as I love him.
Yeah, I was on Team Talk. This is actually... It's a true story. I was on Team Talk last night. We were on a server with some friends. And I had the part with her laughing queued up. And I played that. She's like, I heard that, Patapi.
Yeah. Patapi is a sort of endearing name that I gave him because... Although I couldn't say puppy, I said Patapi. Well, one time Casey was like half asleep. She goes, night, Patapi. And I started calling him that, just joking around. And it stuck. It freaking stuck.
That's like... I heard that, like, would you believe that I'm sitting here watching something on television? Like, yeah, you're watching something with me laughing. Like, yeah, you're watching that. Yeah.
He's smiling, guys. He's smiling. He's smiling.
Like, I'm watching something with you laughing in it. Yeah, you and your friend ended up on television, and now I'm watching. I don't know how this ended up. There wasn't even a studio audience. Then again, it was, the pandemic, and there wasn't a studio audience. I wanted tickets, couldn't get them.
Yeah, we need to go find Bubba too, because he's gonna think that I'm hogging you, and I don't want that.
Oh no, no. I guess I'd have to see if he's still back up there. I don't know. I didn't bring my TT com with me. So I don't know if.
But guys, we're just saying, guys, when you find a second chance like this, like we were lucky. God gave us a second chance. When you find that chance, like my mom and dad got a second chance too, because they knew each other in high school, and now they've been together for almost 6 years. And guys, when God gives you a second chance, grab hold of it and hold it as close to your heart as you can, because let me tell you something, that does not happen every day.
No, it doesn't. And I will also say, I know what we're doing is, well, let's just put it the way it is. Because of distance and things like that. In actuality, I won't lie. The odds are against
It's hard.
us in actuality.
But we're not going to let that
They're
get us, because I will get down there some way or somehow. I will get down there. Because I love you enough to do that. I know that you can't, I know right now why you can't, but I can. And I damn well will, some way or another.
Yeah. I'd like...
Would I love for you to meet my family? Of course I would.
Yeah, one day I will. One day I will. I plan on meeting them. I've spoken to them over the phone. I know them. They know. Well, I've spoken to them. I'm not gonna say I know them, but I've spoken with them. They know who I am by now.
They know who he is, and they love him just as much as I do. I mean, my mom's like, I'm glad you're back together because you smile more, you're happier. You're more even-tempered because you're back with the one you love, and that makes me happy. She was talking about that today in the car, about how much she loved the fact that we're together again.
I like this as well. But we want to shout out all of our friends on the other Team Talk server. We'll get back to them in just a minute. So shout out to you
kids, bedtime.
Billy, Chantel. Shout out to
big shout out to Chantel and Seth and Beth and
shout out to all of you and by the way, in Night Manager the Dark Tower is open, so
and we've been playing in there, we've been ramping in there.
They're supposed to have a 2-day lock on it, so it opened this morning.
I hope Shuriken doesn't get it again, because if it does, we're going to be ahead of us.
I'm gonna try to get into the 400s of floors. Because I only made it to the 100s in the last few towers, and this because Night Manager runs on seasons, so this very well could be the final tower of the season. So I'm gonna take advantage of that. So, but we wanted to come out here and say this tonight.
Yeah.
And
we love you guys so much, and thank you for subscribing.
Yeah, you are. Just know that you are loved, and you are special, and you are awesome, and you are strong.
Yep. And Lonzie and I may have to take a trip to go get this little guy because he's a little further out. But if we do, of course we'll vlog it and show you guys.
Yeah, we will show you.
He's precious though.
We'll be there. Whatever we do, we're going to. Whatever we do, whatever whatever happens, I would like it to be with her.
Yes.
So.
I love you, baby.
But I love you too, honey. And we love you all, and we will see you.
That's right.
Really soon.
Tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys. Good night.
Bye.